Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to come on and share a little bit what the Lord was speaking to me about this morning as I prayed and meditated. And I just wanted to encourage you that the Lord is moving and that He is doing something right now. And I know a lot of us maybe are a little confused, maybe a little disappointed, maybe things haven't gone exactly the way that we imagined or hoped. But I want to let you know that there is great hope in the Lord, and that the Lord is moving mightily, and that the Lord is really strongly reaffirming to me over and over again that this is His time, and that He is doing things His way this time. And I know some of you weren't at church yesterday and missed the word that I had shared, but what the Lord spoke to me, I'll just give you a couple highlights, is basically that He is making room, and that He's making room in each one of us. Inside of our hearts, what He had said is that there wouldn't be a room that He didn't have access to, and there wasn't going to be any rooms inside of us that were left untouched or not cleaned out, that He's going in and He's cleaning out every room inside of our hearts, and He's making a dwelling place for Himself there. He's cleaning out the clutter. He's getting everything. So when you start to feel things are coming up to the surface, you know, and you're confused and you're wondering what's going on. Why is this pride coming up? What is this lust? What are all these, you know, struggles that I have? I thought I dealt with these things in the past a long time ago. Well, the Lord told me that He's revealing the hidden things of the heart. And so He's got to expose it to dispose of it. And so I just want to encourage you that whatever's being exposed, it's being exposed so that God can dispose of it. And so it's a good thing. And it's never fun. It's not fun to have those things that we try to push away brought up or exposed, because those are ugly things. That's why we push them down, because they're ugly. And so we push them down, we push them down. But the Lord wants those things to come out so He can remove them. Because having them shoved back into the storage space in our heart means that they're still accessible. Well, God doesn't want those things to be accessible to us anymore. He wants those things removed and taken out. So He's cleaning out the hidden rooms and the storage rooms in our heart where we've kind of cluttered things away. Some things that we didn't even realize were in there are coming out. Things from the past. Things from childhood, maybe even coming to the surface. So I just want to encourage you that a lot of the things that you're dealing with right now is really the Lord just stirring you up. As I prayed over somebody the other day, what I saw in her was like the pool of Bethesda, as the angel stirred the pool of Bethesda. Well, I saw like she was being stirred up on the inside, and I saw these things coming out. And a lot of them were, you know, things that were down inside of her heart, things that needed to be exposed and disposed of. But then underneath of that was the life-giving well that came out, and the gifting that was inside of her began to come out after all those things had been cleared out and washed away and moved away. Then the gifting that was inside her really began to burst out and shine, and she began to access full capacity the gift that God had placed inside of her. And so I know a lot of times the Lord, when I pray over people like that, it's not just a word for them, it's a word of what God is doing in each one of us. And so I just feel that that's what He's doing in His body, is that He's stirring things up. He's stirring some things up so that we begin to spill over. And you're finding yourself spilling over. And it's not so pretty. You're making maybe a mess. You know, if we're walking quickly with a cup or something, and you see the water swirling in the cup, and the water spills over and it makes a mess. Because it didn't spill appropriately. It didn't spill where you wanted it to spill. It wasn't like you intentionally spilt it. Well, that's what's happening. You're unintentionally spilling out these things that the Lord is stirring up on the inside. And so I just want to encourage you to don't fight it. That was part of the word that the Lord had given yesterday that I shared, was that we just resting in the testing and letting Him do His perfect work within us. And so I just want to encourage you that God is doing something marvelous, and he's doing something wonderful, and he is taking all of our brokenness and all of our hurts and all of our pains and all of our past and all of our garbage and all of our baggage, and he's going to clean it out, and then he's not going to just waste it. He's going to use everything we faced in our life, all of our hurts, all of our pains, all of our sufferings, all of our losses. And he's going to do something wonderful. And I don't know what that is exactly. I just know that God is going to fix it. I just know that God is going to fix whatever we're facing. And so we have to stay strong. We have to just lean on him and trust him like we've never trusted him before. The scripture that I keep hearing, the scripture that I keep hearing is, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. And that's just what I keep hearing over and over and over and over again. And so I know it's something God is trying to just really ingrain into my brain, that I just need to trust him in this season. I don't understand everything he's doing. I don't have an answer for why. But if I trust him, then I know his ways are higher. I know his ways are better. And so I just have to follow it out. Whatever it is that he's asking me to do, whether it makes sense to my neighbor or not, I need to follow what the Lord wants me to do. And one last thing I want to share with you, that the Lord had spoke to me when I was praying before the beginning of the year. I was praying for words for this new year. And one of the words the Lord had given me was re-engaging. And I really believe that in this season, that is what the Lord is doing. He's re-engaging with us. He wants us to re-engage with our first love. When we became in love with him, we fell in love with him, and we were engaged to him. Some things happened over the course of time, and maybe we lost that initial love and motivation that we had behind everything that we were doing was out of that love and that pure heart of service to the Lord, and we've lost that. Some of us have lost that, maybe not everybody, but I know that for me, I know that's part of my struggle over the last couple of years, is that I lost the motivation of my first love. And so that word re-engaging, to re-engage with the Lord, to be re-engaged with my first love again, to get engaged with him again. And not just with him, but to be engaged with each other, to re-engage with each other, to re-engage in all of our relationships, with his love being the foundation of those relationships. So I'm going to let you go now, but I just want to leave this word of encouragement for you guys, and I'm praying for you, and I love you all. Bye.